over the years, this stuff, Stickymag, has probably caused more nightmares than the average Stephen King novel. I'm Mark Parker from Improve Your Course Fishing, and I'm here today at Mill Road Lakes with Middy's Craig Butterfield, who's almost literally emptied this place of its stillwater chub population.
Yeah, I've had a fair few today.
Using this gear. But as you say, a lot of people struggle with it, but it's not that difficult, is it, if you do it properly? So, do you want to take us through how simple it is to make?
Yeah,
this?
it is really simple. Main ingredient is 2 pints of maggots. It's normally enough for like a standard session.
Yeah.
If you're in a feeder or you're feeding for a catapult, 2 pints will normally last you pretty well. Obviously they need to be really clean. I spoke to you before, cleanliness is really important. Your bowl's got to be clean and your maggots has got to be clean.
Right. So I suppose, just going through, so before we get to the maggots, was as you said, the bowl
The
here,
bowl, yeah.
This is a proper, say, a hard plastic bowl. So
yeah, I mean any washing up bowl or anything with no obvious corners, quite shallow, is perfect. And just make sure it's really clear. I've just washed that and dried it with a towel. And that way I know that there's no maize, there's no previous sticky mag or anything.
Yeah. So
just
avoid
really clean.
ground bait bowls where they could get sort of bits stuck in.
That's right.
You want this completely clean. Superb. So,
right. First thing is obviously to clean the maggots.
Yeah. Move this over.
This is a standard size pinky riddle.
Right.
The maggots won't go through it, but it will get all the maize off.
So a pinky riddle for people that haven't. This is just.
It's the size of the mesh. It's the size of the mesh. Yeah. All that means is like if I can leave them on there for quite a few minutes, and a few will wriggle through, but you're not going to lose all your maggots. Yeah. Quite important to give them a really good shake.
So this is what you're basically doing here is just to get all.
Yeah. If you see this,
sawdust.
This is all stuff that it'd stick to your maggots and it'd just stop them all binding together.
So when you buy your maggots in the tackle shop, obviously they put the maize on to stop them sweating, but to do Stickymag, it's very important to get that maize or sawdust off.
You need your maggots as clean as possible, nothing to contaminate them at all. So just give them a really good shake. And that should be probably 90% of the maize or the sawdust should be off those now.
As you say, there's a few stuck there, but hardly any.
Yeah, I mean that's all that's got through out of 2 pints, so you've not lost any. Now a lot of people would then think that they're clean, but
this is where the nightmare
happens. This is what happened. But there is still maize and sawdust and bits on there. Good trick to, well, sort of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You have to wet them slightly and you need the other maize off. So all I do is get a tub of water.
This is just pure lake water?
Just water straight out of the lake, yeah. Just wet your hands so it's got a good soak in. Then just rub your hands through the maggots.
So you're not looking to sort of wet the maggots, or some people use atomizers and this kind of stuff, and this is where it goes wrong, isn't it?
This is a common mistake. People think they need to be wet and then you put your Stickymag on the stick. They don't, they need to be slightly damp, and that's it. Yeah. The wetter they are, everything will just get stickier. They just need a slight sort of coating of water, just damp really. Well, that's enough really. Yeah. But obviously you can see there, all this extra maize and sawdust and stuff, that would still be on my maggots. Yeah. So I'll get that wash off.
There's a towel here for just trying to...
Yeah, just dry it. So obviously my hands are really clean again, then just do it once more. Just to really make sure they're clean. And obviously there's still some there. But I mean, if you have a feel of them, they're not wet, they're slightly damp.
Yeah, and they're not leaving any residue in my hand there at all. Yeah. It's completely clean.
So that's it. You've got some good clean maggots, and you've got a nice clean bowl. Yeah.
Now they said, obviously there's various Stickymags you can use.
There is, yeah. I mean that's the census one. You can get that in tackle shops, but I mean Stickymag's not a popular bait. So I mean you might get that in some shops, but most of them won't stock it. That is the next best thing. Yeah. Well, it's as good as the proper thing, really.
And it could say £1.29.
I mean,
tub.
That was £1.29, and I think that you're probably looking at about £4 for that. Yeah. So it's a lot easier. I mean, it's standard haul. It's nothing at all added to that. It's just what you drink, basically. So whatever you don't use, you can take home and have a nice cup of Horlicks when you get back.
Yeah. Warm yourself up after a winter session.
So your maggots are nice and damp. It's not an exact science. You sprinkle a fair amount on. It's not. You can't. As long as your maggots aren't too wet, you can't get it too wrong. Right. I mean, the worst thing you can do is have really wet maggots. But as long as they're just damp, whether you put too little on this or too much, it's not really going to affect it. But you'll know if you haven't got enough on because they won't stick together.
Yeah,
If you've got a lot on, they'll just stick together even better.
So for 2 pints, I mean, as I say, not in exact science, but what you're looking for, maybe around about a third to a half of
yeah, probably. I mean,
pots, just to give people a sort of
yeah,
an idea.
I've had a couple of lots out there. It's probably about a third's about right.
Right, yeah, superb, yes. Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean,
So not masses of it.
Yeah, I mean, just give them a shake just to obviously loosen them all off. And all you've got to do is just sprinkle them on so they've got a really good covering.
Simple as that.
So
Covering
they're all covered. And all you've got to do then give them a good shake. So they've all got a good even coverage. Alright, and then what that does now, because obviously they're not going to stick together instantly. It does take a while. What I'll do is just put them to one side now, and then probably like in 5 minutes, the water that's on the maggots, it'll actually break down the Horlicks, right? And it actually almost dissolves it.
Right.
And then that is what actually sticks the maggots together.
Yeah. So because you can see at the moment, they're quite
powdery.
almost powdery, sandy sort of stuff.
I mean that's after like a minute, but that's not enough to fire out or anything like that. But that'll just slowly break down and slowly dissolve, and then you will actually sort of in 5 minutes' time actually form a proper ball of that.
Super. But I say, as in true Blue Peter standard, yeah. We've got some we've made earlier.
Some we've prepared earlier.
Yeah. So these are basically after 5 minutes.
Yep, that's it.
What was I move that out of the way?
So, and as you can see, they've got like a dusty covering, and then these look clean again.
So
almost.
all this has sort of gone. Yeah. So it's been.
And then all you can do, I mean, just to demonstrate how well these do stick together.
Can't get out of the tub.
Yeah, that's it. That's your Stickymag. And all you need to do, if you want to feed it, roll it into a ball, and you can feed that on the pole. You can fire it out with a catapult to sort of a swim bit further out. Or what I've been doing today, just breaking a small amount off and just pushing it into a cage feeder. And that'll stop in there so you can cast. I mean, you can chuck it a long way. But it does break down really quickly. Yeah. And as soon as that goes into the water, I mean, what's this? Probably 10 seconds, and that's it. Look.
They're broken straight down to maggots again. So it's
that's it. So, I mean, it's instant. As soon as you feed that ball of Stickymag, it just breaks up.
Fantastic. So a very, very simple, kind of dispelled all the demons about this Stickymag. So it's something that people should really give a go, and at this time of year can give you a real positive, really great edge.
It can, yeah. It's so accurate as well. I mean, your float's there and you can feed a ball on top, or it's in your feeder, and you've not got loads of loose feed all over the place. It's a nice tight area that you're feeding, just to grab those few winter fish when they're feeding.
Fantastic. Many thanks for that, Craig. I've been Mark Parker for Improve Your Course Fishing. This is Craig Butterfield. Check out his feature in the magazine. Until next time, tight lines.